Okay, in this fourth example, we have y to the third power divided by 5 equals 25. And we are trying to find the value, actually it should just say the value of y, which makes the following equation true. So once again, as always with equations, we are going to use inverse operations to solve it. If you notice, the fraction symbol between the y to the third power and the 5 means division. So the inverse operation of dividing is, of course, multiplying. So I am going to try to isolate that y by multiplying both sides by 5. When I multiply the left side of the equation by y, it cancels out. And when I multiply the right side of the equation by 5, I get y to the third power equals 125. So the last step in isolating that variable is to use the inverse operation of raising a number or a variable to the third power, which is to take the cube root. So now I'm going to take the cube root of both sides. So remember, when you take the cube root of something that's being raised to the third power, it basically cancels it out. So I'm going to erase it to show you that it does cancel. And then with all equations, whatever you do to one side, you have to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm also going to take the cube root of 125. Once again, it's one of those perfect cubes that you should have memorized. So you don't have to use a calculator for this one. Hopefully you know it by heart. But the cube root of 125 is 5. And remember with cube roots, technically there is only one correct answer. There's only one integer that when it's raised to the third power will give you a positive 125, and that's a positive 5. So last step is to verify. So going back to my original equation, y to the third power divided by 5 equals 25. So I'm going to plug in 5 for y, and 5 to the third power is 5 times 5, which is 25, times 5 again is 125. 125 divided by 5 is 25. So that means it verified or it checked. So my final answer, which I did check, is y equals 5.